Good evening, peeps. Thank you for watching. This is Graham Keith again from The Great Wake Up, and I wanted to do a quick video tonight on digital ID and the way out of digital ID. You're probably getting the message by now if you're watching the videos on my channel, but it's really, really simple. You are not the name that they are going to attach the digital ID to. It's really as simple as that. Your legal name is not yours. It is not your property. It doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the Crown. Your birth certificate is a certified copy, which means that somebody else owns the name. It has a QSIP number, which is basically traded on the stock market. So you were born a debt slave. You were deceived into becoming a debt slave. You were never told about the contract. You were never told what it entailed. Your mum and dad were never told what it entailed. And this is it. Now, your mum and dad had a birth certificate. Their mum and dad had a birth certificate. Their mum and dad had a birth certificate. And this is how it works. And people need to wise up to it. I nearly swore there because the passion I feel for this movement and the passion I feel for trying to free humanity. I'm a man in a wheelchair. I'm sitting there in my boxer shorts, in my wheelchair, in my vest. I don't care about, having a studio or a big posh, lighting or, loads of guests and posh equipment. It doesn't matter. That's all ego. What matters is truth. What matters is to get us out of this mess. And the only way we can do that is mass non-compliance, but not non-compliance in a sense of, oh, I'm not doing that, or going to the streets fighting or anything like that. The revolution is on paper, but it's actually not on paper, because it's the paper that is causing the problem. Your name is not you. Everything the government do, everything any company does, everything that this whole world is based upon is commercial in nature. We live in a maritime law system. We live in a system that is deceitful, it's fraudulent, and it's all done against you. And these, I nearly swore again, haven't told you about any of this. It's all lies. Everything that you've ever known is a lie. So the way out of digital ID is to know that you are not your legal name, and you will be coerced, and you will be brutalized, and you will be defrauded, and you will be harmed, and you'll be bullied, and you'll be physically assaulted, and whatever, to accept this name. Now let me tell you, I've been arrested before, and I have given my all to prove that I'm not this name, and I've won most of my cases, all of my cases actually. But we do have, I do have, and you do have, when you've done something wrong, you own up. That's called integrity. But these, nearly swore again, people in government, they're not the real people who run the world. It's the bankers who set this up. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the real satanic sickos behind all this movement, behind everything, behind every structure, behind like the education system, the banking system, the health system, the royal family. Everything you could ever believe or know about this world is run by the bankers. And that's how they pulled it off. They told you I think it was Edward Mandell House wrote a paper saying that, we'll basically subjugate the entire world through birth certificates, and no one will be any the wiser because they'll believe that they're the name on the certificate. Man, I'm so blessed to be me. If I wasn't born brain damaged and quadriplegic and had 23 years of physical therapy to get to where I am now, sitting in a wheelchair, I'd never know what I know. I'd never realise what I realise, and I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in to help free you. And it is so mentally frustrating for me because my body doesn't work. My body doesn't work. But my brain is on a parallel of God. I'm not saying that I am God. We're all in the image of God. But what I'm saying is that because I was born this way, I've been given a sixth sense. And obviously, everyone has this sixth sense, but most people are too distracted from it. Most people develop an ego and live a false reality, a fake existence, And that's exactly what your birth certificate is. It's your avatar. It's your false identity. It's your fake you. Now, I worked with a lady called Caroline Hardwick, and shout out to Caroline if you're watching. But Caroline, she will vouch and she will tell you that I'd never tell anybody what to do. I'll never tell anybody how to do. I'm a psychological consultant who can show people how to awaken without forcing them, without dictating to them, without, whatever, to make them awaken. But now we're at a point where we have no choice. We have no choice. And we need the mass populace, we need everybody now to realise what is going on and why it's going on. The bankers want total control of everything, literally everything. You've never owned anything in your life. You don't own your car. You've registered it. You don't own your house. You registered that. You never even needed a mortgage. It's all fraud because you're the creditor. You created the credit with your signature that you gave to the bank, and the bank literally did a trick on you because you didn't know how money worked to make you pay for what you created with interest over 30 years. If you control the money, you control the world, but there is no money. And this is what people need to understand, that you are not who you think you are. A certificate is basically proof that somebody else owns you. And that's what I've been trying to get through to people for all these years. The only way out is mass awakening, not in a spiritual voodoo bullshit sense, but in a sense of waking up to what these bankers have done to the world. The bankers own everything. They control the governments. The governments control the police. The police think they control the population. But it's all a massive MLM, a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme fraud. It's a game of Monopoly that you didn't get the rules to. You didn't get the manual to. But the manual is simple. You are not the name that you believe you are. You are not that name. Your surname is a corporation, and the government is a corporation, and a corporation can only do business with a corporation, which is why they've had to deceive you into believing you're a corporation. But you didn't know that your name was a corporation. It's all a deception. So a deception is fraud, which makes any contract null and void from the outset, and anybody who enforces that contract is committing fraud against you. So the way out of digital ID is to know who you truly are. We're not saying, I'm a spirit, I'm an angel, all of this stuff. You just need to know what your real identity is, and it is your Christian name. And your Christian name is your name without surname. So in my case, Graham Keith. The legal surname, aka the corporation, would be Johnson. Okay? Now, whatever your name is, it's your Christian name without your surname. So if you don't have a middle name, that's okay. You're just John. And then you can say of the family. But as long as you don't say, I am John Smith, yeah, then you remain out of the jurisdiction of digital ID. All the letters you get in the post are addressed to the legal name. The Mr., the Miss, the Ms., John Henry Smith or John Smith or any derivative of that with a surname is the legal name, which is the corporation, which is not you. Because a corporation can only talk to another corporation, okay? And you're not that. So that is the way out. It's the only way out. You can't protest. There's no point. What happened when you protest? Look, all the protests we see now. Does the agenda carry on? Yes, it does. Because they're never designed to make a difference. The difference is knowing that you are not the paper that the world runs on. Because it's all fraud. This video needs to be shared worldwide, globally. Obviously, this is going to be suppressed. It's going to be like all the videos on my channel because they're at the pinnacle of truth. They're going to be suppressed. And that's what we face. The people in charge, they know what they've done. They know what they've done, which is why they have to suppress it. Look at the COVID vaccine. What was it called? Fact checkers. Well, how about fraud checkers? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're dealing with an inverted, reversed, satanic system that is against human life. It's anti-human. That's why they don't mind killing you with a jab. They don't care. That's what we're dealing with. Pure evil. Pure, unadulterated evil. Are you going to let your children live like this? I'll leave that to you. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share. I don't care about subscribers. I care about getting the message out. Please help me get the message out. Thank you.